putting things where they don't belong. That's right. Today we're talking about the tools left in the barn aisle, the feed sacks in the kitchen, pliers in your sock drawer, and why this little habit might just be costing you your sanity, like we can afford that, your time, and maybe even your dreams. Morning, everybody. And let's be real about this. On a homestead, everything migrates. Okay, tools wander like nomads. Feed scoops develop legs, and your best pair of fencing pliers, they're living a secret life somewhere behind the woodshed. And your only working garden trowel, it's hiding under the passenger seat of your truck. We've all been there trying to find those lost tools. Now it's time for Ryan's non-fictional story time. Let me tell you about a day I spent 3 hours. You hear me? 3 hours looking for a pair of pliers. I was sweating bullets, storming around, blaming everyone in the house, including the dog. Okay, only to find them where? Inside my sock drawer. Yes, my sock drawer. Apparently, in a moment of brilliance, I put them down while changing pants one day. Anyway, that's the thing, though, right? Homesteading isn't just about what you grow or what you raise or what you build, even. It's about how you manage the chaos because misplaced stuff equals wasted time. Wasted time equals missed opportunities. And missed opportunities, well, that's the one thing we can't afford on the land. And here's why it happens, though, right? Why does this happen? Why does the stuff end up everywhere except where it's supposed to be? Because there's a few reasons, and there's sneaky reasons, okay? And we're going to get into those right now. Number one, most of us are in survival mode. When you're busy and tired, and let's be honest, you're always busy and tired, the priority is just get it done, not get it done neatly. You fix the fence, you set the hammer down on a fence post to run to the next emergency. Oh, Scotty. Anyway, uh, now homesteads are spread out. Your stuff isn't in one building, it's across 5 acres, 10 acres, 50 acres. Maybe the barn's 300 yards from the tool shed. Maybe the workshop's up a bit up a hill. Maybe you put something down and you don't want to hike back, thinking I'll grab it later. You won't. Trust me, you won't. Anyway, and no system. That's another problem. If every tool doesn't have a real home, and I mean a clear, specific home, then everything becomes a temporary drop zone. And temporary turns into permanent real fast. Ever notice how a shovel leaning against the porch just becomes part of the porch decor after about a week? Been there, done that. And yeah, that's human nature, friends. Now, putting things where they don't belong isn't just annoying, it's expensive and it's exhausting, right? I mean, hey, how many of us have bought a tool, right? But anyway, we know. We'll get there in a minute. And you know what else it costs you? Time. Every minute you spend searching is a minute you're not moving forward. You're not getting your project done. 5 minutes looking for gloves today, 10 minutes finding the charger tomorrow, maybe 20 minutes hunting lost bolt cutters next week. It adds up, and pretty soon our homestead dreams are living on borrowed time. It costs money. How many times have you bought a second or third tool because you couldn't find the first one? Been there. Or worse, it's rusted, cracked, or broke because we left it out in the rain. That's real money leaking away like a busted hose. It costs momentum. When you lose tools, supplies, or parts, you lose rhythm. You stop mid project. You start doubting yourself. You feel frustrated, and frustration is the gateway drug to quitting. Oh, don't I know that? Now, the real danger is it can kind of become our culture. And that's the kicker of this deal. If you let misplaced stuff become your normal, it becomes your normal. Your homestead culture will be one of scrambling, clutter, and reacting instead of acting. And believe me, I do know this. But good news, just like bad habits stack up, well, good habits do too. You can build a culture of order. You can build a homestead where your tools, your mind, and your dreams have space to breathe. All right. And that's a challenge. I know, because believe me, this one hits me right between the eyes. But here's how we fix it, Farm Fam. Here's how we fix it. And you know, we're all serious about solutions around here on the Farm to Table Show. How do you fix this sneaky little monster? Well, first, and I mean, this is a tough one, you ruthlessly designate everything. Where did I put that thingamajig? That's right. Every tool, every feed item, seed packet, and fence staple gets a home. And I mean a real home, too. It's not somewhere in the shed, not in the general area of the barn. I'm talking about labeled bins, pegboards, buckets with names on them, and zones. Now, here's a nice tip: color code sections of your barn or shop. Red zone equals fencing supplies, blue zone equals garden tools. You can spot what doesn't belong immediately. You know, kind of like the Walmart, or remember the old Kmart. Blue light special, right? Putting things where they're color coded where we can find them. Now, this one's tough for me. All right, the one touch rule. If you pick it up, you put it all the way away the first time. No halfway. No, I'll set it there for now. Train yourself like a Marine. Tool in hand, walk it back to its home like your life depends on it. Okay? I'm telling you, and I am terrible about this. And this is something we used to do. What I'm about to say now is what we used to do when I worked in a body shop. Now, it was a little bit more than 10 minutes, but it's what I did. At the end of the day, 10-minute reset. And we did it half an hour because we had that many tools. But we set a timer, and every evening do a 10-minute walkthrough. Grab out of place stuff and reset it where it belongs. And you'll be shocked what this tiny habit does over a week or a month or a year. We had to do it every day, but it kept the shop clean. It was worthwhile. And number 4, gear up. Get tool belts. Get little carry totes, which, by the way, a 5-gallon bucket is one of the most awesome carry totes ever. But if you're just like if you're doing fence repair, don't carry one tool at a time. Load up a bucket or a tote with everything you'll need. The less you set down loose items, the fewer opportunities for chaos. All right. Now, we can all talk to each other because I'm seeing in the chat that we are definitely in the same company here. We got to laugh about it though, right? Because everybody's got that one ridiculous story. It's like when I heard I found a chicken water in the back seat of my wife's car, and she was not impressed. This was another one I heard. I drove a whole hour with a post driver rattling around in the bed of the truck because I forgot it at a neighbor's house. Uh, and how about this one? Found a brand new hoe buried under a foot of compost because I accidentally tilled it into the garden. I mean, listen, I think we've all been there and we've all put things places. If you've got one of these stories, hey, drop it down in the comments. Let us know about it. Because, hey, we all like to share funny stories. Now, here's why this matters, though. And that's what you might be thinking. Come on, it's just a shovel, it's just a hammer, just a feed scoop. Now, listen, though, it's not about the shovel. It's about the life we're trying to build. And that life, the dream of food, real work, real freedom, it's a little bit fragile. It's but one small choice at a time. That's how it's built, and it's protected one habit at a time. And it's honored one act of stewardship at a time. If you can't steward a pair of pliers, how will you steward a herd of goats, right? And if you can't take care of your workshop, how will you take care of your land? If you can't find your wrench, how will you find the time and energy to chase bigger things? Because believe me, I know. So here's our challenge. Pick one spot on your homestead. Could be your tool shed, your barn, your mudroom, and spend 1 hour focused on organizing it. Give everything a true home, label it if you can, and walk away only when it's 100% done. All right. Tag us on socials with your before and after pictures. We want to see this stuff. All right. Because I'm going to promise you, It's amazing what organization. And I'm the worst. I've organized my garage, organized my shop, and half an hour later, give it a week or two, three, or the next project, and it looks like a tornado came in. So I do understand the pain of this. So that's why this one was so personal to me. And remember, order isn't about being fancy. Okay, it's about being free to do the work we're planning to do. Put it where it belongs, and stay faithful in the little things, and keep building the life that feeds your soul. You know, and that's it for that subject of stop losing tools. The number one homestead habit. All right. And I'm telling you guys, that one right there, I was reading the chats. I was trying not to get too distracted because I will promise you, this is me. I am 100% on that. I'm not seeing Rebecca in there. I seen you spit it a while ago, but I didn't, Robbie, I didn't see it. But good morning to everybody. Good morning to my crew. Uh, and that's it. And yeah, I would be in trouble to make sure all is good. Good morning, Clyde. Let's have a cup of coffee. Glad to see you out there. Be careful out there driving today. Morning, Robbie, of course. Let's see. Yeah, Robbie, it hit home close to me. I was talking to myself when I wrote this, when this got put together. Uh, and I was absolutely talking to myself. Good morning, E&D. Is little man still in bed, or is he up and raring to go this morning? I suspect he's still trying to hide under the covers. But anyway, Tuck's always ready to go. He's growing up so much, man. I can't believe it. When I seen his picture the other day, he had posted something. But anyway, and yeah, Scotty, that's it. Put up pegboards with hooks. That's one of my number one things. I love pegboard. I know a lot of people do. Some don't. I'll even put up plywood and put nails in it. And I need to do that to this new garage. Uh, I started to get a picture because not an. Let me see. I see. Yeah, I do this all the time. Easily distracted. Yep. Organize that junk drawer in your kitchen because I know we all have one. Hey, if you ain't got a junk drawer in your kitchen, you ain't got nothing. Good morning, Joy Bartlett. Morning, Ed Kirkpatrick. Glad to see you in with us. Sawing logs. Yep. Hey, I remember that. I had to be chased out of the bed. Good morning, Delighted Acres. Good to see you. Uh, Robbie says there's not enough room here to list the things I've left here and there, only to find way later. Let's see. Yeah, that's got everybody. Okay, we got everybody in. Good deal. Listen, I when it talked about buying multiple tools or multiple things, or walking around for 2 hours going, I know I had that thing. Where did I leave it? Well, I just saw it the other day, and so guilty of that. And we all, John, we all do struggle to put tools back. I have a tendency to drop them right where I'm working, or set it down right where I'm working in the area that I'm working in, and then every so often I'll have a cleaning day, and it'll take me all day. Uh, I was sitting there. I've got a path right now in my garage in my shop. I've got a path that gets me to things, and we moved up here. Let's see, it's been a year and a half ago. We moved up on the property finally. Now I had the garage, and I kind of had it somewhat organized prior to that. I mean, it was a little cluttery, but for the most part, I mean, I could put my tractor in there if I needed to, or, I could do whatever I needed to do. And I am not seeing Rebecca's coming through. I don't know what's going on there. Y'all are saying hi to her, and I'm not seeing a comment, but maybe it's on my end. Anyway, the but yeah, it I could work in it. Well, we moved up here a year and a half ago, and that move was done like most moves. It was done in a tremendous hurry. And so there's things in totes. There's workbenches now. I got toolboxes. I mean, and I just started shoving things in there. Well, since then, other things have gotten shoved in there, and there's never been a day of pulling it all out and organizing it so that I can actually use it and find the things. And I was telling my son-in-law, who shares a place on the property with me, because he hates going in there. I know he does because it's chaos. Okay. It didn't show up, Robbie. All the way to the top. Yeah, It never showed up. So on mine, I don't know. Like I said, it may be my problem, something on my end. Um, or when you go to buy a new tool and then you find the one you thought you lost and replaced it. Yes, has happened multiple times. No, I'm the person that I do not believe there's a such thing as too many tools or having enough. I tell my kids all the time, you want to buy me something, buy me tools. It doesn't matter if I've already got 5 of them. I'll use them or I'll lose them, but I need them. And it's, we have 3 generations of stuff. That's right. That's it. Stuff. Where's my name? Stuff. Tools, projects, random items, lots of piles. Listen, I got a 5-gallon bucket of nuts, bolts, and miscellaneous things that I kid you not, I have been toting around since 2007. Okay. That's how long I've had that bucket. And it's a pretty brittle bucket. I'm going to have to actually replace it, get everything out of there. It's gotten water in it before, so everything in there is probably rusted together, but I still got it in coffee cans and totes and just full of stuff. I got a storage building on our other house that I need to go through and clean out. I got stuff in there I forget I own. That's how long it's been since I've touched it or used it. And some of it's tools. But so when I'm talking about this number one thing, it's me. I am looking in the mirror, preaching to the choir, and about not putting things back, not putting them where they belong, losing them, misplacing them, and it is terrible. And I need to spend, probably honest in truth, I'd probably have to spend a good week uh, pulling everything out, giving it a home, but because I've not even outfitted this garage properly. I don't have shelves. I don't have pegboard. I don't even have lights in there right now. I've got an extension cord run out to just run the random things I need electric to. And so I mean it is terrible how far behind I am on that project alone. Uh, it's just not having taken the time to do it, and I'll get them cleaned up and I'll get it organized, and then all I got to do is start working on projects, and it end up doing the same things. So this is my old habit. That's it. Practice what you preach, and I've got to. Uh, I told my son-in-law the other day. I said we need to take a Saturday, maybe a Saturday and a Sunday when we know it's not going to rain, and which right now is a challenge. But pull everything out, empty it out, and actually put it back together and have it where we can use it. And we're planning on building a carport off the front and maybe even a whole other work bay off the side so that we can put a vehicle, because he's gotten into working on his vehicle, kind of getting to be a gearhead, and uh, and yeah, definitely not a priority project, and that's been the problem because other priorities have kind of got bumped in front of it, and so that's the challenge. We're busy in life, and we got projects, and we got things to take care of, and going to jobs and whatnot, and so yeah, it gets shoved to the back, and So I mean, believe me when I tell you, and I'm gonna have to document this when I'm probably at the video. I'm almost embarrassed to show the chaos that my garage is right now. I keep the things like my air compressor and such as that out, but I couldn't work on my workbenches if I wanted to right now, between with everything sitting on them and covered up, and I yeah, it's terrible. But we got summertime coming up, and so we'll have some dry weather. Because I've got when I say my garage has a lot of work, I mean roof started leaking this winter. Good morning, Jack. How you doing, buddy? So listen, it's real. We all we all deal with it. But I bet Jack Dyer's. I bet Jack's got that thing. I bet it's organized in alphabetical order. All right, John. Hey, have a good day, bud. Be safe. Whatever you got to get going. I'm gonna have to start winding down myself. But anyway, have a great day. Glad you jumped in and joined us. Uh, but yeah, I bet Jack Dyer's garage is just as organized and everything. Good morning, Janae. Welcome in. Glad to see you this morning. Um, I mean, it's I, I'm envious. My neighbor lived across from us for years. His garage was, I mean, meticulous. Everything hung up. Everything was always clean. I never seen his garage in disarray, even with the project going on. And Well, Jack, you're in good company here in this in this chat this morning in the show. I think we all are. My garage shopper a nightmare, and I think that is more common than not. And uh, we'll go to yard sales or we'll go out and somebody will have their garage. Well, just they probably cleaned up that week, but they'll have their garage and it'll be in the neatest, nicest order, that it could be. And my wife, bless her heart, she'll look at me and say, "Why can't your garage look like that? Why can't our garage look like that?" And we're like, "Well, it could if I spent the time to put it up there and then never did anything with it." But yeah. Well, Jack, like I said, we're all in the same company. I'll promise. And uh, when we first got together. I'll share a quick story, then I got to move down through the other stuff. But we first got married and everything. I'd had a house that had a 2-car garage that was my shop. I mean, if a car was in it, I was working on it. And you know what, Scotty? You said I'm going to pause for a second. You said unless you have OCD, and that's what you actually have to develop with your garage and your tools and your shop and your stuff is a little bit of OCD. I mean, hang it on hang the hammer on a hook and draw a line around it that shows the shape of a hammer, and that's where it goes. So if it's not there, you're wrong, and it takes that level of kind of almost obsessive compulsive about it. And you know, my dad, uh, for all of his stuff, for everything, that was the one thing was tools had their place. And each thing had a drawer. It had a place that it belonged. And if it wasn't there, you were going to hear about it. And that was the one thing you could almost always find uh, what you needed. And it's a habit that I ain't gonna say I don't know how to do it because I do. Even if Dad didn't teach me, the military did. So I mean, I know how to do it. It's just putting the effort in to do it. But no, back to the story. We got together. Well, I moved out of my house, which, like I said, I had a 2-car garage that was with a big driveway that was where I worked. That was my side hustle. That's how I made money for a while. And that was shop number two. That wasn't a big shop I used to have, but that was a shop I had at the time. And, I could pull cars in there and paint, whatever I needed to do. And you're gonna have to OND. Yeah, lived in messiness is called lived in. There you go. But anyway, we moved in. Well, I'm bringing tools with me. I got an air compressor, big air compressor. I got welders. I obsessive non-organized disorder. I think I like that, Jack. That's probably where I'm at. But anyway, that's a good one. Uh, she told me, she said, you put your stuff there, but leave room to park my car because, who thunk it? She actually used her garage to park her car in. And so, well, I built a system where I had everything in a horseshoe. And I ain't gonna say always, but she had a place to park her car. Now, she might could barely get the doors open, and she certainly didn't have room. Uh, and a few times there was projects that took over the garage for an extended period of time, and it didn't take long for me to have to get that done. But yeah, so believe me, I know how, just don't always work out. But that was today's episode, and I knew it would be a fun one, and I knew it would hit. Robbie, it hit me hard too when I was writing it, and knowing I was talking to myself, knowing that I've got to fix these same things. But it does save time when things are where they belong. It does save time, and the little bit of time it takes to put things back up, honestly, is worth it. It's just we get a little busy and we get kind of doing what we're doing, and we forget. Uh, yeah, Jack, I like that. I do know where everything is for the most part. Yeah, I always just tell people I have a system. Now, it might not look like much of a system, but I know where to go. But right now, I can't even. OND United. There you go, Scotty. There's a hashtag OND United. And you just had to have been here to know. uh, that is great. But anyway, let's move on. And since Jack is here and we're talking about Jack, let's head over to the Redneck Weather Report and see what the weather is today. Oh, that is funny. All right, we're going to share that. And let me come back over here. Scroll up there. There we go. Let's get Jack in his place.
Good morning, rednecks. It is 68 degrees this morning, April the 29th, 2025. We got a 9-mile-an-hour southern wind, and it still feels like 68 degrees. And we're only going to get to 72. We got storms in the area, almost guaranteed to get wet. God bless y'all. We'll see you again tomorrow.
That's a nice coffee mug there, Jack. Not as nice as not as nice as the one you had the other day, but hey, that's a pretty nice one. No, that was a nice mug. Uh, anyway, yep. We got rain here. Already had the flash flood watch hit the old weather alerts, and anyway, gotta love Scotty. We can always count on him for for putting things in and Jack. No, that's great. But there was your redneck weather report. Thank you, Jack, for that. Let's buzz through a homestead hack real quick. This one's kind of cool. Solar light jars. And it's free garden or barn lights. Yep, showing off the new Paul Case Cup. Yep, gotta love his stuff. I tell you, that guy, him and Anita are quite crafty. Uh, but anyway, here it is: free garden or barn lights. And this is how it works. Now, pop the solar top off a cheap dollar store solar light. And you all know which ones we're talking about. We've been to the old Dollar General. We know those little cheapo things. Pop the top off of it and attach it. I'd recommend with glue. But anyway, attach it to the lid of a mason jar and leave it outside during the day. Bring it in at night for a soft glow. Or, you can scatter them around the garden or walkways for a cozy, rustic vibe. And I have to admit, after reading this one, I thought, I like that. Instead of them little black plastic things sticking out of the ground, and looking kind of generic, putting it in a small mason jar or even a big mason jar and letting that light up and give it that rustic feel. I think I kind of like the way that sounded. When I heard that, that was like, yeah, I could actually envision doing that and having that hanging around for that look. So there it is. Solar light jars. There you go. Homestead hack of the day. And let's get to the tip of the quote of the day, because I will tell you, this is right in line. I try to find the quotes right in line. Hey, good morning, bro. Keith is in Dallas this morning, en route to the Philippines. He is so he's up at the airport. He was working down to the wire. I mean, literally down to the wire, and to get things try to get things wrapped up before they take off. And so he's in travel. So everybody pray for safe travels for him and Melly, my sister-in-law, and that they have a safe trip, and that they have a good time going where they're going, and get some rest. And but he'll be once he gets over and gets settled, he'll be able to be on with the show a little bit more because of time differences. But anyway, quote of the day: organize your life around your dreams and watch them come true. Now, that was by Unknown, which tells me it was some guy who probably hadn't got it figured out yet. But anyway, organize your life around your dreams and watch them come true. So very appropriate. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through the upcoming events. I will just hit the next one, which is May 16th through the 18th, Mid-America YouTube Meetup at Lake Eufaula State Park. Deep Fork Campground Pavilion. MT Homestead is the host. mthomesteadok@gmail.com. But you can also find out, you can also get Mid-America YouTube Meetup on Facebook. They just posted the schedule of events and such coming up for this weekend, the weekend coming up, May 16th through the 18th. En route to find a good cup of coffee. You're in a hotel. Good luck, my friend. Good luck, bro. But anyway, so yeah, they've got the schedule of events. It's a very similar schedule to what those of us that were just at um, 10 Killer. But anyway, it is that is creeping right around the corner, May 16th through 18th, Mid-America YouTube Meetup. Like I said, find the information, mthomesteadok@gmail. And then also all the information is now on Facebook at Mid-America YouTube Meetup. And Mike and Terry have done a good job putting that together, and the people that are helping them. And they've got it up on Facebook and got the information. So go there and check that out. Anyway, folks, that is a wrap for today on the Farm to Table Show Morning Edition. Thanks for joining us as we strive towards building stronger communities for now and in the future. and a little bit organized. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, and which I did, don't forget to hit that like button, give me the old thumbs up, and of course, share it with your friends. Share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channels on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. It is the best way to stay connected and help grow the conversation about food, farming, and community. Uh, let's all get organized out there. And yes, safe travels for Keith and Melly. And, all of y'all have, you know, safe travels throughout your day to day. So until next time, keep your roots deep, keep your vision growing. Good food starts with great people just like you. Uh, oh my God, I got to stop. Aladdin is going to Mid America YouTube meetup. Wondering, Kate, I didn't get to tell you about that, Kate. I'll have to tell you about Wondering Bob when we talk later. Aladdin is going to Mid America YouTube meetup. I hope he does. That'll just provide some great content right there. Oh my goodness, those who were there, anyway, but anyway, remember we are hashtag stronger together. You've already seen it in the chat. Um, and OND United. That's right. Anyway, and remember, hashtag think outside the big box store, shop local. But anyway, be a blessing to someone today, even if it's just with a smile. And you'll all stay safe out there, stay dry, and we will see you all on the other side. We're going to hand this over to Hank to take us on out of here.
No humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.